All right. So I'm gonna try to be as sincere as I can in the meantime of this video. I know, I get it. I've been out for about a month since I was out of the state for a bit, so but I'm back. Better than ever. Well, let's just say I'm okay and hanging on by a thread at least. Anyhow, this video, it's going to be containing a lot of sensitive topics, though, about political standpoints and politics and whatnot. If you don't like what I'm going to hear right now, you can go ahead and leave. I mean, hey, there's an X button right there or right here. You go ahead and press it, and you just go ahead and find another video for me. In the meantime, I will leave a warning on the front title, letting you know about this. In the meantime, let's give it a go right here. It's been 2025, though. It's been a year since the last election, political wise, where I stood for and whatnot. What the fuck is this? Is some kind of fucking new messaging thing that I seen on my thing? Are you kidding me? Anyhow, back to what I was actually saying. So Donald Trump was actually brought in as president in January of 2025. And basically what he was trying to do is roll back some of the terrible things that Joe Biden did from his last year and all these terrible things that Joe Biden was doing and all that stuff. And I was hoping that, like the first few months, things were rolling out okay. I was like, man, you know what? Trump is actually doing okay and fine. Just what I was asking for. Like, hey, run an America First campaign and whatnot, because that's how make America great again and whatnot. However, it has been quite evident that there was like a quiet storm waiting upon us. Just a quiet storm just sitting there, just waiting and waiting and waiting upon us, just waiting for it to finally happen, and then before to the point that where Donald Trump just literally just fell off a cliff and just totally screw us Americans over with, just causing too much to Israel at that point. And it's like that was like, I won't lie to you, that was like one of the biggest mistakes that this guy has ever made. And like in the beginning, like the first time when I saw this guy actually run for office, this was back in 2015. I was like, man, this guy ain't that bad though. Maybe let's just see what happens. I mean, people are saying that this guy is racist and all that stuff, but it's like, hey, what if you could actually make things a bit better in the country for at least, Because at the time, some of our past politicians weren't even fucking doing shit anyways. They weren't even bothering, like, cleaning the house, not even cleaning the Senate up. So I was like, hey, maybe we got this guy to come in here and try to give it a shot. Now, I heard that this guy was, at the time, a novice politician, so maybe could have been given a few pointers on how to actually win this thing. He ended up winning the election in 2016, and around 2017 and whatnot, he was sworn in as president, and he was doing things like anybody should be. Well, around I think 2017 or 2018 was when he decided to sign. This was one of Donald Trump's biggest mistake, though, was when he signed that Abraham Accords, basically giving more power to Israel more than ever. And if people want to know why am I even talking about this, is that this next part is that I'm about to talk about, which is his second term, is very important to keep a notice of. So 2017 or 2018 was, or maybe it was around, it was basically his first term. He basically signed this Abraham Accords with a few other people, especially with the fact that Israel has been given more power, and that the United States basically recognizes Jerusalem as Israel's capital, and that the embassy was going to be moved over there. That right there, that there was actually Trump's biggest mistake right there. And I said, man, Trump, you shouldn't have done that, man. Now you really messed up right there. And so, as we go later on, though, like, we see how how he completely mishandled his presidency and whatnot. Like, the stuff that he was doing was completely radically ridiculous, even though I'm not like one of these guys that goes crazy and radical and all that stuff. But it's like, what I was hoping for is an America First campaign. That's what I've been always rooting for, is an America First campaign. Even though I'm a conservative myself, I always say, hey, morals and values first and whatnot. But I always go for this America First campaign. What is best for America and how America will improve upon it, Then Trump comes back in after we've seen that horrific term that Joe Biden has given us. in that horrific campaign that Kamala Harris has given us. I still think that she shouldn't have won. She shouldn't have been there at all. I still believe she shouldn't have been there as a candidate for president, because she probably is probably the same as Hillary Clinton or maybe worse than Hillary Clinton. She's got to be like that worse. And so here we are right now with Mr. Trump and all that, him back in the White House and all that stuff, this time with JD Vance. And like he was actually rolling the ball, like trying to test the waters to see how things were going. Like he actually, basically closed the wall, basically closed up immigration, started deporting some people back though that clearly had to go. I mean, seriously, let's keep it real. You got to contain yourself a country. You can't just house everything. And then basically his declaration against the cartels, declaration of war against the cartels, he declared them as terrorists. That was one thing that hey, I was like, man, finally somebody's going to say something. And things were actually looking pretty good, even especially the time when he made that trip to Arabia and started signing a couple of deals, and the fact that when he started saying that, hey, you will govern your own self, you're going to govern your own country, you're not going to let anyone else do all this stuff. I thought, man, finally, this was the time to finally shine. I thought, man, we were finally getting out of a hiatus for once, like a 60 to 70 year hiatus, even though I wasn't there at the time in the 1900s, but. I was like, man, finally, this long hiatus we could probably get out of. And then the Israel-Iran war came around with a 12-day war, basically, and then Trump just literally shit in the bed 100% after that. I'm like, God damn it, dude, what are you doing, dude? And so this time I wasn't that lenient this time. I was just really just completely fucking livid. I was just completely ticked off. I'm like, man, looks like business is back as usual. You got freaking Israel all of a sudden calling the shots again. It's just like seriously, what is our deal over there in the Middle East? Like seriously, we have no reason to even be there in the Middle East other than the fact that hey, we can sign a deal with Saudi Arabia and all that stuff. And so when Donald Trump basically brought in that B-2 bomber just to basically bomb down Iran and all that stuff, I was like, okay, that's it, that's over. This guy clearly betrayed the whole faith of the American people and whatnot. And it's like when I saw that thing happen live, I'm like, dude, this guy clearly just messed up big time. And so here we are right now, and I'm going to say this right here, in simple terms, through all of that, where we just caught up right here, right now, is Donald Trump. If you're listening to this right now, I regret voting for you, man. I really do regret voting for you, bro. You were running such a great ball, and then all of a sudden you just went downhill with this Israeli lobby. And here's the thing, too, by the way. Why should I even care about another country from 9,700 miles away? Like, seriously. That country, Israel, whatever you want to call it, the state of Israel does not deserve to exist if they have to waste all my tax-paying dollars, if they have to rely on my tax-paying dollars. Like, seriously. I mean, what's it going to take for seriously, do you want to crash the dollar, Donald Trump? Is that what you want to do? You want to crash the fucking dollar for once? Like, after the bombing of Iran, I thought for once that this guy was gonna at least go out there, give out a public apology, and say, okay, I'm sorry, I should not have done that. I'm gonna have to go and rethink about this, but I'm not gonna care about this anymore. I'm gonna focus on America first. I'm gonna focus on fixing America. Like, I thought that day, okay. Like, I thought this fucking clown show was gonna be good. Like, seriously. And then to also on top of that, he basically disregarded the Epstein Island list, which a lot of us Americans we actually want to see, because the fact of the matter is this: who is in that Epstein Island list? There's got to be a lot of people that are involved in some kind of crazy ring plot or whatever you want to call it. We got to know what is it. Like, seriously, these goddamn Zionist lobbies, these Israeli lobbies, like, what's it going to take to get these clowns out of here? Like, seriously, I'm so livid right now, dude. I'm just so tired of it, dude. I swear to God, like, seriously, it's gotten to the point where it's like, many of us Americans are so damn livid to the point where it's like, why should I even care about another country that's halfway across the fucking world. Like, seriously, why should I care about what's happening in Ukraine? Why should I care about what's happening in Israel? Why should I care about what the hell is happening in the Middle East? I mean, like, seriously, what the fuck's happening in the Middle East? Why should I care about that? What really matters the most is America. Like, really, this is the country that I live in. This is where I pay my taxes, and I'm a tax-paying citizen, and I live here. I'm actually living here with a few other people and whatnot. Then again, it's like, dude, Donald Trump, you sold yourself out to the Zionist lobby. You sold out to you're literally selling yourself out to AIPAC and whatnot. You're literally just going around acting like the fool that you are, and you're just making a big like people did not vote for you to cozy to that group at all. People voted for you because you were gonna like people were hoping that you would run an America First agenda. You were gonna run this once and for all thing that we're gonna finally fix our country, get it back in shape, no new wars, fix the economy and all that stuff. Because like seriously, who wants to go broke with high gas prices and high grocery prices and whatnot? Because at the end of the day, number one thing when it comes to your country is you got to fix your economy. You got to make sure your economy comes out strong and stuff. I'm just at the point where it's like, just for once, dude, like, just get rid of these clowns. Like seriously, why is the Prime Minister of Israel in the fucking house right now? Why are all these people in the fucking house? Seriously, they don't mean anything to us. They don't matter. They don't even care about America anyways. Like let's go with a couple of midgets that are literally just like sitting over there cozying up to Israel besides Donald Trump, okay? We're talking about Ben Shapiro, that fucking midget right there, that doesn't care about America at all, cares too much about Israel, who was going on a chat with Megyn Kelly, commanding her, you better do this here, Megyn Kelly, you better do that here. And then you got the other guy that looks like Ben Shapiro's creepy looking uncle, Mark Levin, going around trying to parade the fact that, oh, we gotta take names, we gotta do this and that. It's like just shut up already for once, you fucking clowns. Like seriously, just shut up already for once, okay? Just shut up for once. Whatever Trump is actually doing right now, it has nothing to do with the America First campaign. I guarantee you that. It has literally nothing to do with the America First campaign at all. And I'm going to say this one more time, and I'm going to keep saying it. Donald Trump, I regret voting for you, man. You really have messed up big time. And you know what? This is one of these comments that I actually want to bring up, though. And I'm actually want to, right here. So this is one of these videos that I actually saw the other day when I was actually busy checking my Stro and all that stuff. Basically, one of these guys was saying that, hey, we got to impeach Trump and whatnot. I'm going to read it right here. We voted for disrupting the status quo and ridding the terrible result of the Democrats and their lunatic policies. We also voted for accountability, which was the main reason why Trump was voted into office in 2016, something that many of us have thought about. The Nazi of doing anything in that sense in the first term was a bit annoying, but gave him the benefit of the doubt that he was new and let him do his job, which was also hindered with Democratic roadblocks. Democrats' roadblocks and whatnot. Now seeing his second term getting a few questionable cabinet nominees, including Pam Bondi, was completely fucking cringy. But what transpired in this administration this past month, it's basically around I think it was around the month of June, July, this past month was literally the worst way to shoot themselves in the foot before even reaching the first year mark. Credibility and accountability with Donald Trump and his base literally just went out the window, and the fact that he himself doubled down on it with the Epstein files, I do not see any way of him backtracking to regain the moderate base. Well, my friend, whoever made this comment, you are absolutely 100% correct. This guy clearly just went full on a 180, just gave a middle finger to the actual people that did care about this country and that were voting for, America First. And so, right now, it seems that really the only way for the Republicans to finally wake up and realize that, dude, no one cares about Israel. Let me tell you something right now. I never cared about Israel. I don't care about Israel at all. Israel is not my country. They're not my friends. The only home that I have right now is the United States of America, this country that I was born and raised in. I'm a tax-paying citizen, Donald Trump, and I live here. I care about this country a lot. And the fact that you have to sit over there and start cozying up to Israel once again, and then completely disregard the Epstein Island list, like without even talking about this type of stuff, saying, "Oh, Epstein Island is nothing," to go around and say that stuff. I'm very livid right now. I'm actually very livid right now. And the fact that you decided to come out of your way to go out there and then, like, I miss the fact that we actually we had at least a leader and whatnot, and it's ridiculous. So, I'm going to say this right now, man. And what's actually funny is that I used to be one of these guys that'd be like, well, Trump isn't so bad. Maybe let's just give him a chance. Now that he's on TV and like, trying to make it big again on the political standpoint, I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't even want to care. I'm tired of caring. I just don't even care anymore. I've had enough of this guy. And honestly, dude, I don't know how you're going to even recover Donald Trump. I don't even know how you're going to recover from this because you had a fan base too. You had a group of people, a large group of people that was right there behind you, and then you were just like, nope, no, you didn't. So it's like right now, I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't even care like whatever he says now. It's like I completely regret not even voting for him in the first place. I just don't even care. The MAGA movement that he was trying to pull into, it's gone. Because again, this is literally another stupid fucking decision that he made on summertime as well. Also, you did it during summertime. Fucking ridiculous, man. And the fact of the matter is, like, here's the thing. Here's what a lot of people just do not understand. Okay, you know what I wanted? I wanted an America First run campaign. That's what I wanted, an America First run presidency where you don't care about any other country. You only care about America, the United States of America. You only care about this country. You care about rebuilding the economy, keeping things safe, making our law enforcement safe, making good things, good changes for this country, and making sure that, for God's sake, we don't get attacked by a freaking nuclear bomb the next day. Just making sure that our economy stays afloat, making sure that we pay our debts and everything. That's what I wanted. But the fact of the matter is, you people would rather not. You'd rather not. And instead of actually, fixing the most important core problems, which was the economy, the immigration, and all these other things, you would rather cozy up to freaking Israel. A country that's like 10,000, 15,000, maybe 20,000, like so many thousands of miles away, like halfway across the fucking world, like near the Middle East. You would rather cozy up to that shit, but instead you don't want to worry so much about your backyard, which right now it's about to turn volatile. So that's my 2 cents of matter at this point. I'm just at the point where I just don't even care anymore. And for this guy to even bother, like, doing this stuff anymore, it's like, oh my God. These fucking calls that I'm getting every fucking night, dude. I swear to God. I'm going to say this right now. At this point, I'm just going to walk away for now. Out of all of this, man, I have had a bit of regrets. And this was one of them. Voted for him. My regrets for voting for him. Because, and I hope that, like, this next thing that I'm going to say right now is I hope that this happens. I hope that there's a lot of people that come out here. And here's the thing: I'm a conservative myself. because I call for morals and values and all that stuff. But for once, I hope that there's a lot of people that are going to say, screw this. We will not support this thing. We only care about America. We're going to run this thing called America First. And I hope this happens. I have seen some notable people actually do talk about this stuff. Yeah, I've seen Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and a few other people talk about this. But term is over. Presidential term is over. It's all over, though. The only like wake up call that I want to see is if people start realizing that supporting Israel will be completely costly for them. Because let me tell you something right now, I do not support Israel at all. Israel is not my friend. They're not my ally. And they don't even respect us, anyways. So here's the thing. Originally, I was going around saying that, man, we shouldn't really care about Israel. We shouldn't really care about Israel at all. This has nothing to do with what our country is dealing with. But now, I want Israel gone for good. I want them gone out of the map as well. I want Israel completely wiped out for good. And I'm going to tell you why right now. And this is like the biggest reason as well. When you have to rely on an American's tax dollars, when you have to rely on an American for him to give you his tax dollars, and the fact is, you got to peer pressure people into doing things your way. You are just a small, small man. You're pathetic. You're weak. So, season's over, man. Season's over. I'm going to end it off like this. I regret voting for Donald Trump. And I hope that there's at least people like more people that come out here and start actually really caring for once about America. And for once, this Israel bullshit thing that people are talking about, this Israel bullshit, the time has come. So for now, I'm probably going to be silent on this for now. But the real important thing is what we got to do next. The real important thing is what many of us have to think of next. I already know where I'm going. So, see you guys in the next video. And also, Israel, go fuck yourself, Israel. It's about time we start caring about our country from now. America. America the beautiful. Peace.